Hey friends, if you guys are running a website on Webflow, here's 3 different tools that my agency, Chasing Creative, recommends for our clients and for you to try out. First one is Axpito, which is used for consent on your website for those cookies to be permitted for your customer or your visitor to engage with the website. Secondly, this isn't one that's recommended just for Webflow. This is something I recommend to friends and clients alike after testing it out over the last few weeks, and that is Warmly AI. Warmly AI is an identifier of traffic that comes to your website. All you do is toss a script into your website after signing up, and it will tell you in real time site visitors going to your website. There are a lot of different tools that do this, but I love that Warmly gives you a free trial to test it out. Obviously, you don't get all of the features right when you sign up. There are other features that you have to pay to play and use. But overall, it's a great tool for people to use and get started identifying web traffic and seeing those customers, especially if you have high value customers coming to your website. My favorite part about this feature is because I am a super Slack user and have my own channel for my company that I invite friends and connections on to trade ideas about marketing, is that you get real-time updates with folks going to your website. I've tested it a lot lately, and while you don't get every single detail of all of your visitors, overall, you can get a good idea of those super users, which then sets you up for that next step of outbound and contacting and having a conversation. Friends, the third tool I'm going to recommend, and you probably have heard of this name before, is Google. Install Google Tag Manager. Have your developer do that before you set up all of these other different scripts. It makes it a lot easier to put in code and usually helps make your website run faster. But the reason I want you to install Google Tag Manager is so that you can install Google Analytics 4, which will give you real-time tracking of customers coming to your website with client-side tracking. And if you want to ramp it up to server-side, you can use their cloud software or other tools available, third-party tools on the market, to get that server-side tracking in Google Analytics 4. What this will let you do is see the demographics, the location, and more, create reports that you can use for your team to optimize pages, as well as see the conversions that might be happening on your website. If you're trying to drive more B2B traffic like many of my customers, you're really focused on not necessarily the volume, but the quality. And that's why you want to set up Google Analytics 4 to see, alongside Warmly that I mentioned before, the traffic coming to your website and how can you best reach out to your customer to close that deal, and to just know you're creating really good content for the customer. Because we know if you put education first and content first, the customer is going to engage with your website more often. If you guys have any more questions, shoot me a DM below, and I would love to chat with you about building out your Webflow or just to chat marketing in general. Cheers, and thanks from all of us at Chasing Creative.